Hi and welcome to the Creative Plains video workshop series. I am artist Nichole, a creative guide with the art of daily practice. Today we're going to be creating your own creative journaling guide that explores some of my foundational journaling practices within the art of daily practice. Today's project is going to focus around using basic art journaling practices as well as affirmations and journaling. In this project today, you're going to be creating a creative tool or guide that you're going to then use at a separate time to start exploring the journaling practices. This project will inspire your creative spirit, your confidence, your devotion, your dedication, your creativity, and guide you to connect to your present self. This project is unique and builds upon the other practices and projects that we've been exploring earlier in our series. So if you have not watched those two videos prior with our I Am Affirmation Journal or card deck, I invite you to begin there as well, just to bring in some inspiration and get an idea of what are some of the collaging art journaling practices we're going to be using. In just a moment, we will show you what supplies that you're going to need for this project, and we'll start creating together. To begin this project, you're going to want to collect some basic art journaling supplies. You'll want to first visit our website at creativeplains.org to print out two different sheets of paper. One, you'll find our creative journaling guide here, as well as an affirmation word list. You're going to need one copy of each. Then you'll want to look for a journal. Roughly about a 5x7 in size works well for this project. You can explore using a spiral bound or a non-spiral bound. I have both of these here in a craft paper style cover, though any notebook or a journal that you may have will work well for this project. It can be both a soft cover or a hard cover. Then you're going to need a collection of paper clips. You're actually only going to need about 8 of them at the most, so if you only have a few, you might just have enough. I'm using some colored ones here. You can also use your traditional silver style or a large style of paper clip if you don't have small ones on hand. You'll need a traditional glue stick, a scissor, a black felt tip pen or marker. You'll have a black ink pad for your miscellaneous rubber stamp designs. You're going to need some washi tape. This is decorative masking style tape that's sold usually individually or in packs of 3. And then from there, you're going to need a collection of papers. This can be construction paper, scrapbooking paper, little notepad sheets of paper. This is tissue paper. I use also old book pages, notebook pages, etc. What I have done here to make it easier to create is I have actually torn a lot of these down and made them smaller. There's also paint samples which work really well because they're just a small size. So you can go ahead and get a box or a basket and just tear some paper down and put that in there. Then you're also going to need some oil pastels. These are often found in the art supply section at a craft store or at your local art supply store. They're usually sold in sets with a variety of different colors. Now that you've collected your supplies for today's project, you'll want to go ahead and cut out, using your scissor here, all of these boxes on your creative journaling outline that you'd printed out. I have already done that, and they are here in front of me. I have my journaling prompts, as well as the boxes that I'm going to use for my cover page, as well as the art of daily practice for my front cover. Now you're going to move to your journal, and we're going to start actually laying out our journal first. So you'll want to open your journal, and you can go ahead and place one of your colored paper clips right on the front page. This is going to be our cover sheet or our contents page. Then from there, on the second page, go ahead and place another paper clip, possibly a different color if you have that, on that page. And from here, I'm going to take my journal, and I'm actually just going to divide this up with 3 more different paper clips. What we're doing is we're creating sections as if we're having different journals for these prompts that you're going to explore. So I'm just going to grab about a little handful there, and I'm going to flip that over. And then on a single page, I'm going to add another paper clip. Once again, I'm going to see how much I have left, and I'm just going to reach for a bigger stack there. And I'm going to place another paper clip here. And I'm going to repeat that one more time. So once again, I'm just grabbing a few sheets there, quite a bit actually, and then placing one here. If you would like to count out your pages in between, feel free to do so. I just enjoy kind of having a miscellaneous set of pages behind each paper clip. These paper clips are actually going to be the cover page for the 4 journaling prompts that you're going to be exploring later in this project. Once you have your paper clips in your journal, that's when we're going to start creating our cover page. That cover page is actually going to look something like this here. So we're going to put a contents page in here, and then I've used the title page as well. You can use that on the front page, or you can use that on the cover of your journal. So this is where we're going to be exploring some art journaling, collaging practices. If you have followed us earlier in our video series, in our I Am Affirmation card deck project or the I Am Affirmation journal, you'll see how to utilize all of these supplies to create a very elaborate page. Today we're just going to focus on just some general collaging. So from here I have my blank cover page. We're always going to start by taking some decorative paper and covering the background. Once again, I do like to work in a patchwork style design. So I'm just going to keep a lot of these pieces already in this square size. I covered my page really well with the glue, and then I'm just going to press this down on the page. I've collected a paint sample here. You're going to want to put some extra glue on this since it's a bit thicker of paper. And once again, I'm just treating this as if I'm kind of making a patchwork style. Then I've got this little piece of purple, and I'm just going to add that right in here. So I'm actually not even tearing any of these pages down at this point. I'm just overlapping them where they need. You may want to just slip your paper clip off temporarily there just so you can utilize the top of the page. I'm going to use this dictionary page, but I'm actually going to rip this down. To rip any of the paper, create a firm edge with your fingers, and then go ahead and just gently tear that down. If you want to cut it with the scissors, feel free, you can do that as well. I'm going to cover that there, and now I have this tiny little open spot here, and I'm just going to look for something that I may have right in front of me. This tiny little piece is actually going to fit well right here. I do work in a more rectangular and square style with my paper, so I do get lots of little pieces like this left to fill in spots. So now I've covered the background here. I'm going to go ahead and put my paper clip back on. And we're creating our contents page, so you're looking for the small box that you cut out that says a creative guide and the practices. This will just give you an idea of what practices we're going to be exploring. You'll see here we'll be doing some daily journaling, I Am affirmations, gratitude journaling, and a variety of different affirmation prompts. So again, just like if you were creating a book, this is going to be the contents of what is going to be in the book. So you get to choose where you want to place this on your page. I'm going to place it lower down here. Okay. Then from there, if you would like, there is a little box here that's called the intention. If you have space on your page and you want to include that as well, you can. That's an optional step. I do have space here, so I'm just going to add this in at the top. Once again, putting glue all around your edges and in the center. All right. I'm actually going to save the title for the front cover, but if you would like to utilize that on that page as well and have space, you can add that in. Once that I have added my paper and my prompts, now I'm going to go ahead and decorate my page. I'm going to explore some different rubber stamps that I have. I do like feathers, so I'm going to use a feather stamp on this page. Go ahead and press it down into your ink pad. And then I'm going to explore this kind of open space here. You're going to want to press it fairly firm down. And you're going to see that I was able to stamp that right in the center. I'm actually going to get a little bit more ink on this one, and I'm just going to stamp another feather down here. So you can explore using rubber stamps by creating a pattern by stamping them in multiple different places on your page. From there, I'm going to look to see maybe what colors I have here in my page, and I'm going to use some decorative washi tape. Washi tape comes in all kinds of different designs and patterns. You can use your washi tape just like this and place it in your journal. I do enjoy ripping the washi tape down. Be patient as you gently begin to tear this down. It creates a really unique edge, and now you have two smaller pieces. I'll put a piece down at the base here, and then I'm going to use this piece up at the top. And again, you might have to move that paper clip and then place it down again. If you do have some oil pastels, this is where you can start adding little bits of color into your page. I like to use oil pastels by making vertical or horizontal lines in my guide and on my pages. So I'm just going to underline this kind of bottom half here that says to cultivate a creative daily practice. And you're going to take your index finger and you're just going to smudge right along that line, and now you've created some extra color. So each page can have as many things that you would like to add on it, or you can keep it very simple. Once that you have your contents page made, we're going to repeat this same style of collaging for our cover pages for the 4 journaling prompts. So we'll go ahead and just gently go through that practice just to show you one of your cover pages. If you want to stay in order of your contents page, we're going to begin with daily journaling. So I'm going to go ahead once again and just use a variety of different paper and colors and cover my page. I enjoy using old calendar pages as well. So I'm going to add this in here. So once again, I'm just keeping everything about the size that the paper is and just covering the page. You can explore any different style of collaging that you would like for your background. Let's see here. We'll use an old dictionary piece of paper. And once again, I have torn all of these pieces of paper down into smaller sizes, making it very easy for me to collage this fairly quickly. Again, always putting your glue around all your edges and firmly pressing it down. Now that I've collaged my background, I'm going to go ahead and find my daily journaling square that I've cut out. And just like we did the contents page, you're going to glue that down anywhere that you would like on your page. So this one, I think I'm going to explore maybe putting it towards the top and firmly pressing that down. Once that is down, I'm going to go ahead and add some rubber stamps here. I think I'm going to explore the heart stamp today. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to press the heart firmly in the center. And without getting any more ink on the stamp, I'm just going to go ahead and start stamping this all over the page. The more I stamp, the lighter it gets, but it does create a very unique pattern to your page. Then I'll add a little bit of washi tape. I'm going to pick this orange color. I have a little bit of orange on my page, and I kind of like to tie in some of my colors. And go ahead and just tear this down. Once again, I'll add a small piece at the top, and then I'll add a small piece at the bottom. I've got a little bit of blue in here, so I'm going to take my blue oil pastel. I'm going to draw a vertical line down the side of the page, and I'm going to smudge that to add a little bit of color. So again, utilizing all of these art journaling supplies, you're going to create a unique cover page for each of your practices. So once again, I will put my paper clip back on here. Then from there, you're going to want to find the next page that has your paper clip. Once again, cover your background. And then we're going with I am affirmation journaling prompt, and so I will glue that on, and I'll repeat that same process for this next page that has a paper clip, which will be my gratitude journaling, and the last will be my affirmation journaling. You are more than welcome to leave your cover blank, or you can create your own cover once you have finished creating in the inside of your guide. I have saved my little title sheet here, so I'm going to utilize that in my cover. Once again, we're going to cover the page very similar to this. This is one of my samples. I've covered it using paint samples and some wrapping paper, notebook sheets, adding stamps, and so on. And here I would probably just go ahead and add that somewhere on there. So once you create your journaling guide, then you're ready to explore the journaling practices. At a separate time, go ahead and collect possibly a black pen or marker and just take some time reading over each of these prompts here. I've given you everything that you need and all of the guidance for you to begin your own creative journaling practice. For more information and details, you can visit the creativeplanes.org website for our printables, and you can also stay connected with us on Facebook and Instagram. I look forward to creating with you soon.